All right. So what else is going on?
Well, as long as we're not playing NPR this week, or whatever it's called.
Speaking of which, NPR.
NPR.
No, we're not playing
I gotta
NPR.
go, guys. I gotta go.
Awesome. All right, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Controller Throwers podcast. This is podcast episode number 89 for Tuesday, February 5th, 2019. Hello, everybody. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Mr. Kurt.
Hello.
And Mr. Brian.
Hello.
And coming to us from the beautiful island of Maui. Wait, did I pronounce that right?
Mogwai.
Mogwai? From the
Mogwai.
beautiful island of Mogwai.
Don't get it wet.
Yeah, don't get it wet. Sherry.
Hi, guys.
Sherry is actually on vacation in Hawaii, but she still decides to join us for the podcast. That is true dedication. You jabronis can learn a lot from this.
No.
No. I stand by my. Why?
That is not dedication. That is not dedication. That is crazy. Okay.
All right. Well,
you know, if it was my first time here, then yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Just rub it in. That's fine.
You know what? First, 25th, 35th. Why?
All she's saying is like, yeah, I've been here enough to where I've seen everything and I enjoy it all and stuff like that. I could relax and sit with the TC throwers, you know.
Yep.
I miss you guys. It's Tuesday.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, Kurt, what's going on with the news?
Well, so Microsoft recently announced plans to expand Xbox Live to other platforms. Now, this is including mobile and, surprisingly, the Nintendo Switch. Right?
Yeah.
So the company says bringing Xbox Live to more platform, quote, enables game developers to connect between iOS, Android, and Switch in addition to Xbox and any game in the Microsoft Store on Windows PCs, unquote, which is interesting. So Microsoft has hosted a session, or is hosting a session at the upcoming Game Developers Conference, where they will also provide more details on this venture. The session, Xbox Live, growing and engaging your gaming community across iOS, Android, Switch, Xbox, and PC, presented by Microsoft. Will include info on the expansion, which Microsoft says will take Xbox Live to over 2 billion devices with the release of our new cross-platform Xbox development kits. Xbox also says, or Microsoft also says, that Xbox Live players are highly engaged and active on Xbox and PC, but now they could take their gaming achievement history, their friends list, their clubs, and even more with them almost to every screen. This will be pretty exciting. We'll learn more through the Game Developers Conference, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd. I seriously am floored that Nintendo actually said, okay. I mean, for the simple reason, like, Nintendo never, ever would do something like that. I'm just floored in it. I think hashtag fake news. This just seems too good to be true.
Too good to be true? Yeah.
Well, if you want a way to truly take over the world, there you go.
Yeah. This is. Go ahead, Ray.
I was just gonna say one last thing to make your platform available on so many other devices, on pretty much every other device except Sony. that's, shots fired right there.
This is very, very fascinating to me because okay, so we all knew it was pretty amazing when Microsoft announced crossplay on Minecraft with Switch and Windows PC. Then we got crossplay with Fortnite on the Switch. Then we got crossplay with Rocket League on the Switch and the Xbox. And Chucklefish right now, they just released Wargroove, and they're working on crossplay compatibility with that too, but that's not out yet. But this is like seeing this kind of collaboration between competing companies is incredible. And not only that, and I'll say this, and this just happened to me today when I was posting up the show notes. This is the first time in a very, very long time that my eyebrows got raised when I heard about Microsoft news. Like, up until the end of Xbox 360, when they started announcing stuff for Xbox One, I really was not a fan of the direction that the company was headed. Now hearing about this, Xbox Game Pass, this cloud initiative that they're secretly working on. Not only that, but they're getting these exclusive developers left and right. The next Xbox system is poised to be pretty fascinating. Like, it's obviously we don't know anything about it yet, but from what we've heard so far, like what Microsoft is planning, they're doing some amazing things to really hit the ground running when this new Xbox system comes out. And it might be good enough for me to switch back from Sony to Microsoft.
See what you did there.
But
now, do you think if Nintendo wanted to, do you think that Microsoft will return the favor and allow Nintendo to be on Nintendo's live service to be on Xboxes?
I don't think anybody wants Nintendo's online service to be on anything.
Including Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah.
So what now then is the benefit then of having this on your Nintendo Switch? Just, I mean, for our listener, let them know what the benefit of having this being available everywhere.
Right. So I'm not sure. They haven't announced like exactly what this means, but it opens the door for all types of connectivity. Now, first of all, achievements. You've already got that. I actually unlocked an Xbox achievement playing Minecraft on the Switch.
Nice.
I was playing the game, and I heard the bling sound effect of an achievement. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I looked, and it's the achievement that pops up. Like, oh, wow, there's something I never thought I'd see.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And then I'm sure, like, down the line, they'll see if they can implement things like cross-system chat or sharing a shareable friends list, things like that. But
do you think they'll have it where your digital library can maybe your Xbox library can be played on a Switch? Or a mobile device? No.
I don't think it could go that way because being able to, you're talking about actually writing code for a completely different system that runs a completely different.
So you would literally have to write codes for iOS, for Android, for Switch, for the Xbox One,
right?
Which would be what, expensive as all get out and partially.
Mike is bursting at the seams.
I know he's got some insider information, but still, it's like I still am the advocate. Like, okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Microsoft is experimenting with a new style of gameplay where games are played entirely over the cloud. The Switch,
oh, yes. Okay.
The Switch has already proven that it can play games over the cloud because there's a couple games released in Japan. I think Resident Evil 7 is one of them, which is a PlayStation 4 game. So if Microsoft can perfect this cloud-based gaming, all Nintendo has to do, all they have to do is work together with Nintendo to create a Microsoft Xbox Live app, and theoretically, you can play Xbox 2, we'll call it Xbox 2 games on your Switch because you're doing it online.
But at the same time, you have to have an amazing internet connection. Now, being in the U.S., we don't have amazing internet connections like the UK does.
Right.
Like they have fiber across the whole, UK and stuff like that, and like they have amazing internet and cheap. We have people like Comcast and everybody else that slowly rolls out the stuff and gouges us tremendously for it.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind. If you're going to go with the cloud-based gaming, could you imagine, like, playing a game on a PC, like, you need an awesome video card, you need an awesome processor, you need memory and stuff like that, just for the FPS. And same thing with consoles nowadays. They're getting to the point to where they're, like, limited with technology and hardware. So could you imagine downloading the game in real time and playing it cloud-based? I mean, that's got to be just chewing bandwidth like you would not believe.
Well, we'll see
and data services on phone too, and that just seems to be. But I mean, again, this is all something that's just starting, and
right. We don't know anything about it. We're just all speculating.
Right, but hopefully, if it does go that way, hopefully that's the push for the U.S. to actually be like, okay, look, Comcast, okay, look, Time Warner, okay, look, Mediacom, okay, look at all these companies that are out there that are gouging us for internet, and say, look, here's the thing. This is the way technology is going. You cannot gouge the people for it because you can't. There's got to be a breaking point somewhere, right?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what develops.
And speaking of developing and probably systems that won't be as caught up as the other ones, Sony has released the first trailer for the upcoming video game Groundhog Day, like father, like son. Yes, this game is technically a sequel to the 1993 movie Groundhog Day, taking place over 20 years after the events of the first movie. Or the only movie, I guess. According to Sony, you play as the charming but arrogant Phil Connors Jr., who grew up in the shadow of his father, a man who spent a lifetime repeating a single day until he made it perfect. In the game, Phil Jr. finds himself stuck like his dad, and he's going to have to repeat the day over and over until he learns the true value of family and friends. Groundhog Day, like Father Like Son, is a VR game and has you exploring in a branching narrative within the same time loop. You'll interact with different characters, some of whom you'll recognize from the 93 movie, and you have to figure out how to make the right decision so Phil can break the cycle. Groundhog Day, like Father Like Son, is scheduled to be released for the PSVR, Oculus Rift, and HTC Vive, and is coming sometime in 2019.
I have a question.
Who cares?
Really quick, just before your question, no. Just please no. Okay, go ahead.
Is Kurt in the game?
No,
Our Kurt?
Oh, yeah, because Kurt was in the movie.
I'm not. Okay, my shoulder or my arm was in the movie.
Is Kurt an NPC in the game?
is my shoulder or my arm in the game? I don't think so. They didn't. Hey, can I get royalties for that? Can I get royalties?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, no. My shoulder or my arm is not in the movie. I mean, in the game.
In the game.
In the game. It's in the movie. It's not in the game.
You know, my wife's aunt is in the movie, too.
Oh, is she in the game?
I don't think so. There's a scene that they actually replay over and over again when Bill Murray comes down the stairs after taking a shower and goes into the lobby, and there's a woman sitting on the bench, just like reading a book or something, and that's her.
Nice. See, I was in the town square, so you you won't even be able to find me because there's so many people packed into the Times Square that you're like, I don't know.
Did your shoulder get credits at the end of the movie?
Kurt's
No.
shoulder.
I didn't get any credits at all whatsoever. I think you have to have your
Aww.
credits, but no, I didn't get any credits or anything like that. But I know who I was standing next to, and the person I was standing next to, I know was in there, and I'm like, oh, look at that, and I was cut off, and they don't see me. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Aww.
I mean, that's my life.
That's
It's
what they
okay.
should have named the movie instead of Groundhog Day, just like Kurt's shoulder.
Kurt's shoulder.
Kurt's shoulders. Kurt's shoulders in the game or in the movie.
But supposedly this game will have my favorite character from that movie, Ned Ryerson.
Nice.
You guys don't know that? Phil?
No. You know how long it's been
Phil
since I've actually.
Connors? Yeah,
How
but he
often
repeats
do you-
the same day over and over again, so it's a lot of the dialogue is kind of.
I know, but I
recycled.
don't remember the guy's name.
I
mean, that's the thing.
vaguely remember the movie.
Wow.
Right.
You're
It's such
talking
a
what?
good
Almost
movie, though.
30 years ago.
It's such
So
a
was
good-
Casablanca,
was-
but I don't
I
remember
was in-
word line for line.
Well, that's your problem.
I was
Frankly,
in
my
high
dear,
school.
I don't give a damn.
I was in high school when they filmed that.
Wrong movie, Mike.
I know. That would.
Maybe even junior high. I was like, junior high or high school. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
do you see his face?
When they filmed Casablanca?
Oh, he's
Pretty
not that old.
darn close.
Wow.
Not that old.
You're lucky
I'm
you're
only
3,000 miles
beard,
away.
And the beard is because of you guys. I blame all of you for this, okay?
Not me. It was Mike's idea.
Oh, well. So we'll let you know more about this game when I might pick it up. I'm be honest with you, I might pick it up. It looks like it's interesting. So,
Really? Okay.
so we also have some good news and some bad news on the Nintendo front. During its latest earnings report, Nintendo announced that upcoming mobile game Mario Kart Tour has been delayed. But they did announce a new mobile game, Dr. Mario World.
Yeah.
Almost nothing has been shown of the game, so no screenshots or anything, just a logo. However, Nintendo describes it as an action puzzle game and says that it's due out early this summer. It'll be free to play on both iOS and Android devices. Nintendo also announced that they're continuing with their plans to build their Super Nintendo Land theme park, which will be open in time for 2020. Additionally, the company has stated that the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie will release in theaters sometime around 2022, and that's definitely some good news because they haven't announced anything. We know that Illumination, makers of the Minions and Despicable Me movies, is working on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So just a little bit of information from the Nintendo front. I'm excited about Dr. Mario World. I love Dr. Mario. Always been a favorite of mine. And
So are they introducing like new pills or something? I don't.
or is it just going to be a Candy Crush clone?
Oh, I hope not. No, I think it'll retain the same Dr. Mario.
Right, is it Candy Crush a clone of Dr. Mario?
Which itself is a clone of Tetris.
It's
So
Right.
it's going full circle.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Wow.
but yeah. So yeah, like I said, just some. It kind of stinks that the new Mario Kart game is being delayed, but I don't think it was delayed that long. But I'm really curious to see how this new Dr. Mario game looks.
Yeah, but
what?
we've said it once, we've said it before. Delays to get it done right is fine. We'll accept it.
Yep.
Except for Mike's liking on Red Dead Redemption 2.
I gotta talk about that. I'm enjoying Red Dead 2, but I'll talk about that during what we play.
He's enjoying not playing with us, though. That's the thing.
Well,
Right.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that too.
Yep.
Okay, then.
I mean, I did enjoy the Tetris style games. I shouldn't say I did. I still enjoy Tetris style games. So I hope that coming up with the Dr. Mario World, I hope it stays with the same genre because I do like that. So, as far as repeating and stuff, jumping on the bandwagon. Sorry, let me try that again. Jumping on the Battle Royale bandwagon Respawn Entertainment and EA revealed Apex Legends, a free-to-play, squad-based battle royale game that's available right now on PC, Xbox, and PS4. So, here we go. Another battle royale game, right? So, Apex Legends is set in Titanfall universe, but that's where the similarities end. The game is a little different than the usual battle royale games. Apex Legends puts teams of 3 on a battlefield against one another. There are 8 character classes to unlock and to choose from. Some characters can track other teams. Others are like a medic and like a heavy shooter. So you can pick between your different characters. The game is free, but it wouldn't be a free-to-play game, or an EA game for that matter, if it didn't have microtransactions.
Of course.
So, yeah. So, let's just go ahead and throw that back. Let's just go with another battle royale game. I mean...
We're bringing it back, huh?
The finger of shame to EA.
Finger of shame.
Just because EA always deserves the finger of shame.
It's just because of the free-to-play microtransactions. The battle royale thing, I get it, man. It's huge. Like, everybody plays it. I understand. So why not build a game and tweak it a little bit?
Yeah.
For the 3-player teams, which, by all means, I mean that sounds a heck of a lot better than just cramming 100 people on a certain spot and saying, okay, have at it.
Yeah.
Because especially if you keep the same like map size, could you imagine like, what is it, 8 teams of 3? I think it is. What was it? I think it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So if you have if you don't have 100, but say you have like 60 people or even 50 people or half or whatever out there playing instead, that gives you more area to spread out, and you're not having these issues where as soon as you spawn, somebody just picks you off and you're like, okay, well, yeah, gee, that was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
You know? So I think having a battle royale with larger maps, less amount of people is good. But the microtransactions, man, shame on you. Come on. Stop it. I understand you want to make your money, but just charge people $60 for the game. You know they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
That's the hot thing right now. Battle Royale is a hot thing right now.
And it's EA, so.
Mm-hmm.
I watched somebody stream this game today.
Yeah, so did I.
What did you think?
It's a Battle Royale game, just like every other one. Like, seriously, okay, instead of having a vehicle here, let's just put it over there instead. Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
The map might be slightly different, but I watched it and I was like, meh, like, whatever. It's the same thing. Might as well play Fortnite or, you know, any of the other ones.
Right.
Because
I don't know if I'll really get into it. It didn't look very exciting, but then that could have been the streamer. I'm sure with a really good squad, I'm sure you can get have some fun times. But it's first person. I didn't think it would be in first person, but yeah, it's a first person game. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm more of a co-op player than a competitive player, so I might be skipping it.
Yeah.
But it's free.
Me too.
So it's worth a try at least.
I mean, it's free to play, but not to win. I mean, that's the thing. That's what it is, right? Microtransactions.
I like that. Free to play, not to win.
Exactly. As soon as they say it's free to play, well, you know it's free to play, but not to win. I mean, you know that for a fact.
Yep.
I will say, though, at least with Fortnite, that's not pay to win. So at least they got that.
No,
now.
it's not. It's not. Yeah. But you definitely have to put your time in to play it, though, which is okay.
Right. So speaking of things that are free, here are all your free games coming out for the month of February. See, that was a good one, right? Yeah.
That was, yes.
That's why I held back what I was about to say. I'm like,
well, thank you, Kurt. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So here's all your free games for the month. So for PlayStation Plus, you get, on the PlayStation 4, you get For Honor, Hitman Season 1, Gunhouse, which is cross-buy with the Vita, and Rogue Aces, which is also cross-buy with the Vita. For the PlayStation 3, you get Metal Gear Solid 4 as well as Dive Kick. One thing to note, this is the last month that you can get games on your PS3 and Vita.
What?
After this, they're discontinuing those, and it'll only be PlayStation 4.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So I guess I'm going to have to pick up the Gunhouse and Rogue Aces just because.
And Hitman.
Vita.
So,
But
Xbox...
but Hitman's not on Vita, is it?
No. Oh, for the Vita. Okay, yeah. For Xbox games with gold, you get Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, Super Bomberman R,
Ooh.
Assassin's Creed Rogue, and Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. And just announced for the Nintendo Switch NES Online, you get Super Mario Bros. 2 and Kirby's Adventure.
Ooh.
So,
Nice.
a lot of free games, man. A lot of free games.
Yeah, and
a lot
good
of good
ones.
ones. Yeah. Hitman,
Yeah.
of course. I wanted to buy Hitman.
is. Yes.
I've always been a little intrigued by For Honor, so I might actually have to download that one.
You'll have to talk to
Yeah,
Sherry's brother.
picking that one up. Yeah.
He loves For Honor. Sherry's
Yeah.
gonna get it. Sherry's gonna download that game too.
Yeah. He told me if I ever bought a PS4 that he would buy it for me, and then I found out that, this was going to happen, so I was like, So, yeah, I'll be picking that one up.
Even Metal Gear Solid 4 is a quality game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the Xbox games, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, that's the game that I streamed, the game with Gandalf.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Super Bomberman.
Super Bomberman.
Yeah.
Bomberman
Man.
usually are good games.
I
yes.
love myself some Bomberman. That is one game that I think it's like Pac-Man or like Centipede. It's one of those games that it has a lifespan that just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just it's a classic in the making. I love Bomberman. Bomberman's like
Yes.
my favorite.
Mm-hmm. So, and then of course, I never beat Super Mario Brothers 2, so this might be my opportunity. The game was too hard for me. That was the only Mario game that I never beat.
That was the only one that I
man.
did beat.
Wow, Mike, where does that put you?
Oh. Kirby's Adventure too. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's our news for the week. Brian, what games are coming out this week, bud?
Well, these are games that you can pay for, unlike the free ones
With the
listed
exception.
above.
Yeah.
We have Apex Legends for the PC, PS4, and the Xbox One.
Which is free. That's the
What he
news
said.
Kurt just said, yeah. So with that one exception.
Right.
Mike
Yeah.
ruining it.
I know.
You're just confusing
Completely.
Brian, Mike.
Completely and totally ruined it for me. I don't know where are we at here. What am I doing here?
What's my name?
I mean, adult.
E-Train, yes. E-Train
Yes.
Odyssey Nexus for the 3DS. God Eater 3 for the PS3 and the PC. Blaze Blue, sorry. Central Fiction Special Edition for the Switch. Yokai Watch 3 for the 3DS. The Mage's Tale for the PS4 and Astroneer for the PC.
This is normally, me. I usually try to find something, but I got nothing this week.
Oh, come on. You want to play Apex Legends. You know you do.
No. I'd be more interested
Yes, stop lying. Yes, you do.
I'd be more interested in Blaze Blue, personally. But,
Yeah, isn't that a fighting game?
it's a fighting game. So, I don't know, man. Like, not a whole lot. It's not doing it for me.
It is slow, though. You have to
Yes.
realize we're coming off of a huge release for the holidays and stuff like that, so it's going to be slow for a little while. So
And we're also nearing the end of our
that.
consoles' lifespans. This generation
That
is
too.
almost
Yeah.
over.
yeah, that
Yeah.
too. So
Yep.
We're gonna start seeing a huge slowdown until new consoles are announced.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming nobody else finds anything interesting in here.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Moving on.
Even.
All right. So Brian,
Yes, sir.
you're in charge of our retrospective this week. So for those of you who don't know, the retrospective is the part of the show where one of the controller throwers is assigned a retro game. Retro meaning the game needs to be 15 years old or older, and their responsibility is to research that game, to find all the information they can about the development, any amusing anecdotes if they are able to, play the game, report back the next week, and tell us all about that amazing retro game. So Brian, your assignment when you spun the wheel was Gunstar Heroes for the Sega Genesis. Take it away.
Well, Gunstar Heroes, like Mike said, was published by Sega. It was developed by Treasure and released on September 10th of 1993. This is what I found very interesting about the game. It was originally developed in 1991 by a team of members at Konami. After Konami's unwillingness to embrace the game, the team quit Konami and formed Treasure. And the team wanted the game to be released on Sega because of their superior microprocessor. And Sega initially rejected Gunstar Heroes, but changed their mind after working with developers on another game. I don't remember what that game was because I did not write it down.
All right.
But anyway, I mean, I'm actually like, it's McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure was the other game. And I did not look that up to see if that was actually like a McDonald's game. But anyway, Gunstar Heroes was your traditional run and gun style shooter a la Contra. And I thought it was even funnier when, you can play as a single player or two players as the characters called Gunstar Red and Gunstar Blue. Which, again, if anyone remembers, the colors of the characters of Contra were red and blue. As playable, players battle an evil empire for control over a powerful set of gems. Excuse me. There's a total of 7 stages, and the first 4 stages of those can be played in any order. So I also found that pretty interesting, too, because it wasn't just a linear way to go.
Right.
Gunstar Heroes was actually critically successful and praised for its frantic action and advanced graphics. And also pretty interesting, too, is that it is considered one of the best games of the 16-bit era. And there are even several publishers who have listed this game as one of the greatest of all times. Did I miss anything?
So, this, you said it was for the Genesis, right?
Yep.
The Genesis and the Master, what was the Master?
The Master System.
Master Drive. Or Mega Drive, I'm sorry, Mega Drive.
The Mega Drive. This, actually, like, watching the video and stuff like that, the colors and the gameplay and everything, like, looks a lot, and I'm talking a lot, like something that would be for the TurboGrafx.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first looked at it, I was kind of like, this is really 16-bit. This looks awesome.
Well, TurboGrafx was 16-bit, but I mean, the gameplay and the style and the colors that they used for the TurboGrafx, it differed so much with the Sega platform that this looks and reminds me so much of a TurboGrafx type game,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought it just looked amazing.
It does. I like it.
It definitely reminds me of Contra.
Yes, that too.
Like a more I know it's almost like impossible to say this, but it looks like a more frantic version of Contra, if there ever was such a thing.
Apparently there was, because that's what one of the games were was one of the great things about this game. And basically, it's a left to right side scroller, but players were actually also able to ride along on carts. They fought enemies on helicopters or playing a board game, which I did not see that in the whole video that I had, but there was different videos, or a ton of videos, I should say. There was also a mode where you can do fixed fire stance or free fire stance, which when you picked fixed fire stance to shoot the gun, your character stopped running, or free fire, you ran and shot at the same time.
Huh. That's interesting.
Seems like really interesting game. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was what I got. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to play it, but I did watch some videos on YouTube, and yeah, I thought the game looked pretty cool.
I think it's also available on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox and the Switch.
Oh, nice.
It was ported to various other areas. 3DS, Game Gear. They made a sequel on the Game Boy Advanced. But I didn't find much information on the sequel and ports and re-releases here.
Okay. Well, yeah, because they have all the ports. They had the Sega Genesis collection. I'm pretty sure it was included in there because it's included in a lot of the Sega Genesis collections.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is
How did I not know about this game?
Oh, really? You didn't know? I mean,
No.
I knew of it. I didn't know anything about it when I had my Sega Genesis. I didn't know about it until it actually hit the Wii Virtual Console and people were talking about it.
Yeah, see, I didn't know about it until now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Good,
too.
isn't it?
So thank you very much, Brian, for educating me in this, because this is definitely a game that I would play.
Yeah, I was looking at it too, and I think this would be one of those fun ones where they either port it out where you can still play online co-op, or you can have the 2-player co-op that you can play with somebody else. Because I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's crazy. All right. Well, was there anything else, Brian, or was that everything?
No, that's all I had.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that, Brian.
You are welcome.
So now Sherry's going to spin the wheel, but Sherry can't see the wheel, so we're just going to have to tell her what it is.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Wait, you could screen share with her, can't you?
Oh, that's right, I can.
Yeah, screen share on Skype, and then I can see it.
All right.
There you go.
There, is that better?
All
right,
there
here
you
we go.
I see it.
All right, here we go. We're spinning the wheel. The game that Sherry is going to play
From Maui.
from
Come
Maui,
on.
from Mogwai.
Come on, thrower's choice.
Oh, and I did look up too. There are GameStops in Maui also.
Well, Sherry,
Oh.
you need to- yeah.
Ooh.
And here we go.
So she's gonna buy
Game
system
is-
and games.
Thrower choice. That means
She gets it 3 times in a row.
no.
No, she got player's choice the
You
last
got
few
player's
times.
choice. Thrower's
Player's
choice means it's this guy, and that guy. That
Oh,
gets to decide.
no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
All right, we'll switch it back.
So, how do we want to punish her or do we want to be nice?
Why am I so big? Oh, my God. This is terrible.
So what are you thinking? Brian, Kurt, any recommendations?
I don't know. I think.
Sherry, why don't we do this? Let's narrow it
Is
down.
this the first time we've done a thrower's choice?
I think we did it one other time. Sherry's a big Nintendo 64 fan,
Yeah.
so let's pick a 64 game.
Oh, boy.
Like 007.
GoldenEye? You want to do GoldenEye?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So
Yay!
Sherry, your game is GoldenEye.
I accept that.
You can't pick Odd Job though. That's cheating.
No, that's cheating.
All right.
I mean, we might as well get that one out of the way because we know that eventually we would have probably done it anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's going to be a
might as well
long episode because story time with Mike is probably going to be an hour of nothing but GoldenEye story.
We're gonna have to. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do a play it off music.
Yeah. The
So we can
keyboard
play him
cat.
off when he gets too much.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that game almost caused me to...
Just mute his mic. That's all we got to do.
I'm in charge of the mics, bucko.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh man, in that case,
I'll
I
just say
think
the
I'm gonna
game-
miss next week's.
I'll just say this: GoldenEye almost caused me to drop out of college. Not through my own choice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I will say this, Mike, just because I've rarely played GoldenEye because I was a Perfect Dark
Yeah.
player, and I can completely and totally understand that.
Yep. Good times though. Good times. All right, so good. So thank you, Brian, for that. Thank you, Sherry, in advance for your report on GoldenEye next week. You got to stream it though.
Yeah.
Invite John over and play some GoldenEye.
Stream.
So, all right, so let's get into what we're playing. Sherry, we'll start with you because I'm sure it's a pretty easy answer.
You know what I've been playing, you guys?
Relaxing in the sun.
Vacation Simulator 2019.
There you go.
It's pretty awesome. The graphics are great. Very realistic.
It's so lifelike.
Yeah. The sunburn is real. I can taste the salt. I mean, it's pretty good. I highly recommend it. And it's coming soon to a theater near you. No, I got nothing. I don't know. I'm on vacation, guys, so I'm not playing anything.
Actually, Sherry, you just reminded me. There was a game that announced, and I watched the trailer, and it looks really cool. Bee Simulator.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Where you're a bee.
Is that where you simulate the letter B?
Yes.
You just stand there.
Between upper and lowercase.
Yeah.
But it looks really interesting. I'm surprised at how fascinated I was with it. Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna have to look that up when I have time.
Yeah. Brian, how about you?
I've played more Red Dead Redemption 2. Friday we played online together, me, you, Kurt, and John. I'll let you talk about that though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Kurt sent you a picture too, Sherry. Well, I'm sure he'll talk about that also.
We don't need to talk about that picture.
Wait, I don't remember the picture.
That's probably for the best.
thing?
That's probably for the best.
It's like permanently scarred into my mind.
Yeah, it's not appropriate for the podcast.
Oh wait, no,
it's not
I know.
appropriate for the podcast.
Never mind. As soon as you said that, I knew exactly what.
So what else did I do anyway besides that? It's Saturday when I didn't play with you guys. I made it to chapter 4. And did I complete any more challenges? I don't remember if I've completed any more, but I now have to hunt an owl, and these things torture me because you can hear them, but I can't see them. I cannot see them.
John Cena owls?
You can't use your little census thing to see them?
I've tried that. and looked up in the trees, and I don't see anything glowing.
Can you just fire a rocket launcher into the trees and just, by luck, you'll just hit one?
If they had rocket launchers in 1899, I'm sure I'd be able to buy one and try that because I still have a ton of money to burn in the game. But no.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really all I've done. You know, just I'm still working on the challenges. You know, for some stupid reason, I'm trying to finish them. I'm up to 51 out of 90, so I'm slowly plugging away.
Nice.
And what else? Yeah, just doing a mission here or there so I can just move along with the game as well.
Nice.
Very
Well,
nice.
I will. I'll say next. I actually also have been playing a lot more Red Dead, and I've been doing the story mode, and I too just started chapter 4.
Ooh.
Oh, so you had that one mission
With the
really,
Braithwaite Manor?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the one before that
Which
with
one was
the
that?
O'Driscolls.
The O'Driscolls? Oh, yeah, that was a
That's
good
the one I was
mission.
playing last when I was talking with you, and I was like, oh wait, I can't talk for now for a while.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
it's okay.
So that's where I am.
It's
And
like,
then
no,
played.
you have been playing along in the story.
I know. I told you I'm trying to blaze through it. So also, like I said, like Brian said, we played Red Dead Online with me and Brian and Kurt and John. It was pretty funny. We were racing to get to one spot, and my horse tripped over a rock, and the horse fell, and I went flying forward, and Kurt was behind me, and his horse tripped over my horse, and he went flying over to me.
It was a collision of horses. It was like a chain reaction. It was like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, are you kidding me?
So we all cracked up. We all had a good laugh over it.
Yeah.
But we didn't do anything major. We did a few escort missions and, just messed around a little bit. And then, of course, caused trouble. And I thought it was St. Denis, but apparently it's St. Denis.
St. Denis, yeah.
Denis.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's got a French
Yeah, it's got that.
I don't like it.
A lot of people. Well, there's also a lot of
Netherlands.
Japanese people in there, or Asian people in there also.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, but
it's like the French Quarter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
played.
All that I know is that I liked the town. The town was really
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
So I played some more Red Dead, and then I also played some more Smash because over the weekend was the Mega Man Spirit event. So there was an increased amount of Mega Man spirits. So I spent some time collecting on those. And then other than that, that was pretty much all I played. I was busy. I went to a Wolves game on Saturday night. So I didn't get to do my Perler show or anything like that. So. But I
was wondering about that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I missed it or not. I couldn't remember.
No, you're all good.
Yay!
And then the only other thing is I acquired an arcade cabinet.
Ooh, so you've been playing Arcade Simulator IRL?
Arcade maintenance simulator.
Yeah, Rehabber. Arcade Rehabber 2019.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
But so Kurt came over and he helped me out. He helped me out with picking up the arcade cabinet, and through Kurt's eagle eyes, we were able to discover some interesting information about it.
Yes.
That the arcade,
very interesting information.
Yes, the arcade cabinet. It's a Capcom bowling cabinet.
But
But after kind of looking through it, Kurt discovered through some stickers that this cabinet is actually an original Centipede cabinet that's been
awesome.
repainted and repurposed. So we're wondering if, because it's painted over, we're wondering if the original decals are preserved behind that paint. So we've got a project for the summer. So if that's the case,
you're gonna be stripping the paint away to see if you can find the stickers, huh?
And see it.
We're gonna try.
I'm gonna be stripping.
Yeah.
If not, I would just say just buy the decals and decal it as an original Centipede. I was so stoked. Like when I was like, oh my god, and the cabinet is in such amazing condition. I was so stoked to know that it was an original Atari Centipede cabinet and as good of shape as it's in. I'm like, you just can't do anything but restore it back to even if it doesn't stay as a Centipede, you still need to restore it as a Centipede cabinet because it is just amazing. Mm-hmm. I was like the sticker that I found was actually on the inside of the cabinet, and it was up and still stuck with the original adhesive. So I'm like, oh my god, this isn't something that somebody like plastered up there. This was the original sticker with the serial number of the original Centipede. I'm like, this is just amazing. So it's really cool. So awesome find, Mike.
Yeah, that's an awesome find, dude.
And the person that gave it to me was just gonna junk it, and that's what was like.
Yeah.
They were just gonna throw it away, and I was like, no, please don't, for the love of God.
Yeah.
So Kurt,
Well,
thank you
good
for
call,
helping me.
Mike. Good call.
And then
Preserving history.
Yep. And then Kurt also helped me get my other arcade cabinet back up and running by doing some major maintenance on it.
Huge.
Huge maintenance.
Huge.
It was
You
broken.
don't understand. I spent so much time. I don't even know. I can't even.
He gave it back to me, and I couldn't get it running. I'm like, it's still not working. And Kurt's like, I don't get it. I fixed this thing. It works. It runs. So he came over on Saturday to help with the other cabinet, and he's like, all right, let me take a look at this. And then he pressed the power button, and it turned on. So I didn't have the power button
You
pushed
tried
in.
plugging it in.
Yep, that's exactly right. So I'm like, well, this
Mike
is
had one of
gonna.
those moments.
I'm like, this is gonna make for good conversation during the podcast. He's like, you better believe it.
It's like one of those. It's like when you're a tech, and you're like, have you tried turning the printer off and back on again? Oh yeah, I tried that. I seriously, I tried that. And then you go over there and you just like hit the power button and like, it works now. Look at that.
So,
That's funny.
I am completely and totally speechless. I just don't know what to say.
I know. Oh well. So Kurt, how about you? What did you play? I want to hear about what you played. I want to hear this.
You know what? It's actually. Everybody hold on to their seats. I've actually played more games than any of the throwers here.
Whoa!
GG!
It's, right? I don't think that. I think this should be history because I don't think this has ever happened before.
Wow.
So I played some Minecraft, but very briefly, right? So just a little bit here. I mean, I think it may be, like I said, Minecraft right now until the new version 1.14 comes out. I'm kind of not playing vanilla. I'm doing a little bit of this thing called Stone Block, Stone Block right now, which basically you spawn in this tiny cave.
Oh, that's the one where you found that sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then from there, you kind of have to you have to craft things out of stone and everything else instead of like your traditional Minecraft. So pretty cool. So I've been very slowly progressing on that. I've only done like an hour, maybe 2 hours at a time throughout the week on that. Just kind of slow progression. Because I'm waiting for 1.14 to come out. Because when 1.14 comes out, it's a game changer with the way that villages and everything else is set up. So it's like a huge server reset. So it's basically I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna start over. So I'm kind of not playing vanilla right now. Outside of that, obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 with Mike, John, and Brian. It was fun. Had a lot of good times. Sent a picture to Sherry because she wasn't there, and I'm sure she missed us, so I had to send her a nice photo of.
Uh-oh. A nice photo.
That's all we
It
need.
was it was a nice photo. It's I'm sure you appreciated the photo. Yeah, so it was fun, kind of derping around stuff like that. And that's the thing when we're playing, it's like Mike's like, well, we did a couple missions. I'm like, I remember a lot of derping because I really did not do much of a mission. I just kind of followed you guys. I was shooting things over here.
Well, there was the one mission that Mike did all by himself because the three of us couldn't get our horses organized.
Yeah.
like John kept on stealing my horse. I'm like, John, would you give me my horse back? I'm like,
Yeah.
and here I am running. I'm like Forrest Gumping it after my horse that John's riding down the road. I'm like, John, would you give me my horse back? Oh, I didn't know this was your horse. I'm like,
did the same thing.
Really? I'm like, it's got a name on it. Can you not tell that it's my horse? So yeah. So we did that.
John.
And then what Mike is waiting for. I was actually playing a game that could be in the retrospective. I started playing some Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I found out, and I don't know if it's legal or not. I don't think it is. I don't think it's illegal because it's creator content. So, since they kind of abandoned Rock Band and Guitar Hero, there is this program out called Clone Hero. So what Clone Hero does, and I actually really dug into it, what Clone Hero does is that it takes a MIDI file, which anybody that knows anything about music and stuff like that understands what MIDI is. I'm not going to get into it right now. It takes a MIDI file, and then it takes other separate files and creates a track from the MIDI file for each individual instrument, including vocals and everything else. So these people actually take songs and create a MIDI track and create all the components of the song so you could actually play the song. So there are reproductions of the original Guitar Heroes and the original Rock Bands, all the DLC, and then some. So you could actually go and research your favorite artist or your favorite artist, and there could be a complete set list or discography of that said band. So, of course, I have just been going crazy playing this. So at first I'm like, oh my God, okay, what am I going to do? I got to buy new guitars, or do I have to buy some new hardware? Or do I have to do this? Well, I just happen to have the Microsoft dongle that plugs in USB to your computer, and I use it to play all my Xbox games and stuff like that. Or not my Xbox games, my video games through an Xbox controller. So instead of having to buy a separate controller, I just basically use my 360 controller. I hook it up through the dongle, and I can play PC games through this. So I'm like, okay. So I turn the guitar on, synced it with the dongle, natively works perfectly. No lag, no nothing. So here I am, I'm like, oh wow, I get to play songs. So I downloaded a little song pack, and I'm playing. I'm like, okay. I'm up to close to 3,000 songs I've downloaded now because I'm so addicted that I just need to play it. So I have been playing the craziness out of this game for the last, I want to say, maybe even week. I mean, since the last time we streamed, I want to say it's probably I discovered this probably a day or two after we streamed, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. So it's kind of like a rebirth of playing Guitar Hero and stuff like that from back in the day. And I'm like, Mike, you have to do this. You have to, because we used to sit there and play Rock Band and Guitar Hero constantly all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. The only downfall of it that I have to say is that since it's a community that builds it and makes it themselves, it's one of those things where okay, you can't do vocals, you can't do drums. There are some support for keyboard right now, but it's constantly being developed. So they're looking, if you read into a lot of the websites and the forums, they're working on getting the drums implemented, and they're working on getting the vocals, but all the songs do have a karaoke thing where it actually shows up with the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't work with the vocals to where you get either you hit the note or you don't hit the note like the other ones do. So it does do a karaoke style. You just don't have the ability to actually get points for hitting the note or not. But God, man, I've been playing. I mean, I've had the kids play it, had the wife play it. We were jamming out. I have a portable hard drive. I put the actual game and all the songs on a portable hard drive. I plug it into whatever. I plug it into this computer, or I plug it in that whatever computer I want, and it just works. So, GG to those people who made Clone Hero. It's an amazing program. So that's why I've been playing the crap out of it.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I really
awesome.
Really want to look into getting that.
Yeah.
We need to have a clone party.
Oh, yeah.
Clone hero party.
Oh, yeah. The two
Yes.
will definitely be together doing that.
Okay.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you. So, all right. So that's all you played, right?
Yeah.
Could there be more?
Yeah, really. All right.
I mean, it was only 3 games, but you guys played 1 and 2. I mean, come on.
Yeah. All right. Well, that just about does it for this week's episode of the Controller Throwers podcast. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and listening. You can be sure to check us out on the social medias. You could find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/TCThrowers. You could also find us on Twitter. We are at TCThrowers. That's at T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, Throwers as in throwing things. You can also find us, the podcast, if you want to download it. You could find us on GamerheadsPodcast.com. We are proud to be part of the Gamerheads network of podcasts. You can also find the show on iTunes, Google Play, and be sure to check us out on Twitch. We're at twitch.tv/TCThrowers. We live stream the show every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we also do some streaming when it touches our fancy. Yeah, so we don't have a strict streaming schedule, but we'll work on it eventually.
We're heathens.
Yep. So
We are.
All right. Well, Sherry, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your vacation to join us on the show tonight.
Oh, it's amazing.
Course.
Look how light it is where she's
I know.
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 p.m. right now.
All right. Well, on that
And
note,
nice. I mean, look, she's like wearing a bathing suit thing and whatever, and
just yeah.
When in Rome.
I
You're in
mean,
Rome?
A thing.
Yes.
how'd you
Where
get from
did you
Maui
think
to
I
Rome
was?
that quick?
Awesome. All right. Well, on that note, everybody have a wonderful week, and until next Tuesday, have some fun, play some games. We'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Good night.